Jodi Summer dressing up as Morticia Addams for Christmas? Take 87. Hello my sexy snowflakes, it is I, Jodi Summer, and I have a table. After making my last video on the floor and deciding that it's not the best idea for my joints, I decided to get myself a table for makeup. And what's the best way to celebrate that with another makeup video, namely dressing myself up as Morticia Addams. I was originally supposed to do it for Halloween, and I am aware it's currently December and Christmas is upon us. There's been so much drama happening in my life when I was supposed to do this, like my collapsed lung, getting evicted, having to move out, and currently getting kicked out of my troupe, that I just could not do that. My life is a mess, you can't blame me for that. Also, I'm a mess, which you can blame me for, but shut up. So yes, never have I had a chance to actually do something for Halloween since I moved into England, which is already 7 years, I don't even remember anymore. For once, I managed to get myself a costume, which is Morticia Addams, and I was so excited to do this, but then life happened, as I just mentioned, and I was so angry, so I decided, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't care if it's for Halloween, I don't care if it's for Christmas, I'm gonna be Morticia Addams for Christmas. Hey, Wednesday just released on Netflix, I'm gonna use this as my leverage to do Morticia Addams, so suck my dick. So yes, what I'm gonna do is just do my makeup as Morticia Addams, dress up, and see how I look at Morticia Addams, and just hope it's good. I have not tried this before, so it's gonna be a lot of experimentation and a lot of praying to our Lord and Savior Satan. So let me just pop out of the camera, do my eyebrows, prep my skin, and then we're gonna be back, baby. My eyebrows are covered, my face is primed, and the darkness is upon us. It would be a crime if I didn't go for the absolutely iconic Morticia Addams look by Angelica Houston, which you can see right here. Ha, you didn't see that coming, did you? It's pretty easy to say that everybody very much associates Morticia Addams with that particular look. It's very dark, it's very skinny, and it's just iconic. Although with Wednesday series coming out, it might change, it might not. You never know with pop culture, and I'm not the one to judge. Also, I just realized I'm actually doing a Morticia Addams drag look. Now that's a keyword I'm gonna put in for my algorithm. Speaking of drag, I'm gonna start by putting e.l.f. Cosmetics Putty Blush in the shade of Bahamas to cover my beard, and I'm gonna have to make sure that I put extra amount of this blush on my face because my beard is growing out a little bit. I was supposed to record this video yesterday, but after I managed to set everything up, I realized that my audio setup isn't working at all. So after shaving, all that work was for nothing, and I had to spend the time since yesterday to figure out what was wrong. I'm hoping it's gonna still work by the end of this video. So yeah, send your thoughts and prayers for this bitch. And to make sure it's all more blended with my skin, I'm just gonna finish the job with my blending sponge. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I do not have a picture of Angelica Houston's Morticia on me right now because I have only 2 screens that I could do this with, and with one I'm recording the video, with other one I'm recording the audio, so they're both busy, unfortunately, and I couldn't see the other one anyway. I have to do everything from my memory and just try to remember. For the foundation, you can see that Morticia Addams is quite very pale. Miss Ma'am does not like the sun, which is very relatable, coincidentally. And for some reason, when I was thinking about her skin, I thought it was actually more gray than anything actually skin related, so I managed to get some Snazaroo face paint in gray. I thought that might be the perfect thing to use it for Morticia Addams makeup, and I tried it yesterday, and well, the results are as follow. That was a complete waste of my time and my money. So in the end, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation in the shade of F1 to just do my whole face. You really want as pale foundation as possible for this one, and then blend it all with your sponge. Recently, I actually managed to get more products to do my foundation and my highlighting and my contouring before I even put any powders on. But if you actually look at it, you can see that Morticia Addams doesn't do that much highlighting, and the only contour that she does is in actual grayscale, which I don't have that in my cream contour. So instead, I'm just gonna use my foundation, and everything else is gonna be done after my eyeshadows. And don't forget to blend to your neck. We're doing Morticia Addams, not mask. Mask as a drag queen? That's an interesting idea. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to do that, and I could try to think of something, honey. Interesting, I think that's the only creams I'm gonna be putting on my face today, so the only thing I can really do is to set my whole face. Also, if anybody is curious as to what I think is the most important product in my makeup process, I am definitely going to say it's the setting spray / setting powder. You don't really see them, but they're doing like a very important job of keeping all the makeup together. They're like the people walking backstage in a performance. Yes, yes, you know, you have lipsticks, you have eyeshadow, you have contour, and they're there the performance, and they're making the show spectacular. But it's the people backstage that making sure that everything runs smoothly. For the brows, Angelica's eyebrows are quite round and again grayish slash black, but it was the 90s, so you gotta understand that it wasn't like 2010s when we have like very smooth and blended out eyebrows with, you know, this sharp drop. You know, makeup wasn't as developed back then, so that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna grab my tilted Morphe E29 and I'm gonna dip it into my Interstellar palette into the shade Dark Side to get that dark eyebrow, making sure that my eyebrow is roundish, more comma-ish, and that it has a round inner corner, just to be true to the original. Okay, I don't think that's the worst attempt. It's not really a brow I usually do. I think it's good enough. Again, it's not really like blended, it's not really like super neat and tight. I'm still gonna try to clean it up underneath because I still have standards. So I wouldn't say it's the worst attempt at something I don't have experience about and I don't feel completely confident about. Okay, the eyebrows are done. The left one is slightly fucked, as always. That's nothing new in this channel. But you know what they say, the eyebrows should be siblings, not twins. At least that's the excuse I'm going to use. For her eyeshadow, Miss Tisha does not really a lot, to be honest, which, no shade, minimalism can be iconic too, let's be fair. And it's just this simple, somewhat blended cat eye kind of thingy going on with like 3 different shades of gray. Again, not a lot, no cut creases, no halos, no nothing like that. It's should be simple enough to do, so I am hoping I can do that. So I've had a look at my Interstellar palette. I'm using this a lot right now. I am obsessed, as you know already. There's some more grays that are a little bit warmer, some grays that are a little bit colder, but I think the most gray grays are Odyssey, First Man, and Misty Moon, and these are the ones I want to use on my eyes. Again, nothing too crazy, no cut creases, nothing even sparkly. It's still iconic, so suck it. And obviously I'm gonna prime my eyes with my P. Louise Base Pro in the shade of Rumor Zero. Also, I did recently switch up my routine of putting my eye primer on. I have decided that just blending it all with the blending sponge, it just absorbed too much into it instead of keeping it on my eye. So instead I got this Real Techniques 021 brush that I'm using for liquid products, and after applying the base on my eyelids with my fingertips, I use the brush to spread it around. It just seems to blend more into the skin rather than being absorbed into the tool that I'm using. And also I got this brush from TK Maxx, and I just want to say that I love shopping for some things at TK Maxx because it's so fun. Obviously I don't like going there for, let's say, clothing because it's still very expensive, but for example some things for makeup or cosmetics, stuff for your home, you can get good quality stuff for like cheap, so like it's a shame not to, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. You're just as vain as I am, don't lie to me. Dipping into First Man, I'm going to apply my eyeshadow starting from the outer corner of my eye, trying to somewhat connect it to the end of the eyebrow and then blend it further down into the eye, giving space between eyeshadow and the eyebrow. It is not exactly a cat eye look we do today. It is not exactly like a cat wing going on, so I'm just gonna try to do my best to recreate it and pray. Grabbing Morphe M506, I'm gonna use the same shade to connect it with my lower lid. So this one over here, I don't exactly know about it because it was more curved and it wasn't cut, but it was definitely more harsh. It wasn't as blended, so I'm just doing it my way, so we have to deal with that. I just realized I mixed up my eyeshadows. This was not supposed to be done with First Man. That was the darkest eyeshadow I was supposed to go with into the corner of my eye. Instead, I'm gonna have to use the blackest black to finish that. Fuck me. I never said I'm good at this shit. So I'm not using Odyssey anymore. I use First Man to do this thing over here. And I'm gonna go with Dark Side to put more depth into my outer corner of my eye. I recently realized in my life that I've been spending too much time blending my eyeshadow together, which ended up making it seem patchy. So recently I'm trying to do my darndest not to do those mistakes again. I'm still learning, so it's a journey for everybody here. Dipping my flat Morphe M124 into the Misty Moon to carve out the inner corner of my eye. Oh my goodness, this is oh my god! Are you seeing this shit? I'm still in awe for this palette. Okay, this is too much. Again, I underestimated it, honey. Into the black again, blend it out with the whites. Oh my goodness. It's the forces of light and darkness that are fighting on my eye. Who's gonna win? I don't know. To finish my eye look, I'm gonna put the eyeliner on, starting with the NYX Epic Ink Liner in the shade of black. I'll do something I never do and put a thin black line on my eyes and try to blend it out with bit of the black and just try to keep the angle the same, I guess. I will say I'm very happy because this is my favorite pen liner that I've ever used so far, and I was struggling quite a lot because it broke at some point and then I couldn't find it in the shops again because it just kept being sold out, I guess, and so I had to use other ones. If you've seen the video with me using the elf one, I hated it, it was horrible, so I'm just happy I got my baby with me again. Nice. Well, let me finish my other eye, put some mascara on, and then we can move on to contour. And if you're wondering, for my mascara I used Maybelline The Colossal in the shade 100% black, just like my coffee. Just kidding, I hate coffee. I do like it, but then again, I'm blind, so everything looks blended to me at the moment. For the contouring, you can definitely see that Morticia doesn't really do any natural colors. These are definitely grays. So because I don't really have any contouring kit or products that have grays in them, as I don't think there are any like that, I'm gonna be going with my eyeshadow from my Interstellar palette. For the nose, we're gonna grab this flat blending brush I got from Japonesque, and we're gonna dip it into First Man again to start carving our nose. She's not really doing anything that we do nowadays. Again, 90s. What she does with her nose is just get this like a straight line. We're not really thinning it out, we're kind of making it wider actually. And then we're also going to put more contouring behind our nostrils to flare them up a little bit. Okay. Oh my god. I might have fucked it up. I'm gonna try to shape it, but I don't know if I can. Holy shit. No. Okay, I kind of saved it somewhat. Let me just grab this little brush from Elves, and I'm gonna put it again into the Misty Moon. I'm gonna try to carve out the middle of my nose instead. I don't know if it's because I use too dark of eyeshadow, I use it too much, or is it because eyeshadows are not meant to be as contour, but I hate it. Moving on, I just don't want to even talk about it. I'm gonna grab this big bronzer brush from Japonesque, and I'm gonna try another shade of gray. I don't know which one. I think I'm gonna go with Rocky, and I'm gonna try to contour my jawline from my ear and then get into the middle of the jawline, and then I'm gonna drag it down for that sulky, skull-esque look. I was thinking about my jawline when I went my fucking cheekbones as well. I am just stupid. So now I'm gonna grab the same shade and the same brush, and I'm gonna just spread it over my jawline as well as the sides of my forehead. That is okay. I'm not even gonna look at my nose because I'm gonna cry otherwise. I think the only thing that's left to do for me makeup wise is to put the lipstick on and the lashes. I'm grateful she doesn't do any highlighter because that just makes my job that much easier. Her lips are actually quite simple because it's just the reddish red and she doesn't even overline her lips, so that seems to be very easy. I'm gonna be using Vaseline lip moisturizer with aloe vera to smoothen and prep my lips. Just delicately tap it onto my lips and then smack them together to spread it evenly. Try to make sure there's not too much of everything everywhere, and just have that smooth moisturized canvas for the lip to arrive. For my lipstick, I'm using NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade of Madrid because that's the reddest red I could have found in my lipstick. Which also reminds me, I might have to go to the drugstore soon to buy my lipsticks because I'm running out of those bitches. To make sure the lip is sharp, I'm gonna put a bit of the lipstick on my wrist and I'm gonna dip it into my itty bitty lip brush that I bought in drugstore. I don't even know what brand it is because it doesn't have anything on it, and I don't care. I'm gonna dip it into the lipstick and I'm gonna outline my lips, even if I don't really overline them. Lips are done. I've overdrawn them just a little bit, but that's because I forgot I'm doing all natural lips today. Well, our sexy snowflakes, we have done it. We got the makeup on, and I think that's the end of the... Actually, I think I'm missing something. I can't put my finger. What could it be though? Oh, of course, the costume. Let me put that on and then hopefully you're gonna see Morticia Addams in the flesh in front of your screens. Do 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 bam bam do 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 bam bam do 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 bam Came a few months late, but she is here. She is currently queer, and she's slaying as always. So this was a very interesting look to do. I am very glad I managed to do it after like several months late, after several years of not being able to do any fucking makeup looks. I'm very happy for the opportunity. Not everything went up to plan, but that's what happens when you're experimenting, so it's okay. I can only hope that this broke my Halloween curse and that next year I can be ready and do something quickly for the actual holiday. Anyway, this was me, Jodi Summer, doing Morticia Addams look for a Halloween/Wednesday release in December. Don't forget to subscribe, share it with your friends, and see my other content too. And don't forget to check my EP Seasons of Summer now on Spotify. Anyway, my sexy snowflakes, I will be going. Maybe I'll come with another makeup video soon. Maybe I have more ideas, maybe I don't. We will see about that. Or I'll come back with another music video. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Ciao. Do 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 do.